This is the Karcher EcoBooster. The new accessory from Kärcher, which is claimed to save water, energy, time and money. But is it actually any good? Welcome to Big Ted's Home and Garden. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at the Karcher EcoBooster. The EcoBooster has only been available for a few months. As far as I'm aware, it's not been widely publicised, but I was made aware of it by one of my subscribers, Bitar Nicola, who described it as a revolution in high pressure cleaning. And the reviews on Amazon are outstanding. When I looked earlier today, the EcoBooster was rated at 4.7 out of 5. So I ordered one to see if it's as good as people say. There are actually 3 models of the Karcher EcoBooster. This is the EcoBooster 130, which is designed for the Karcher K4. There's also the 145 for the K5 and the 180 for the K7. But all of them claim to increase your water and energy efficiency by up to 50%. And if you save energy, you save water, then it'll be more environmentally friendly and it should save you money. So what is the EcoBooster and how does it work? Basically, it's an attachment that fits on the end of your lance that produces a spray fan that's very wide in one dimension but thin in the other. It does this by forcing the water through the thin, slit-like aperture on the end of the nozzle. So you get a flat, fan-shaped spray pattern rather than the cone-shaped spray pattern that you get with the variojet lance. The wider spray fan that's created is designed for rapidly cleaning sensitive surfaces, such as cars, garage doors, building facades, fences, garden furniture, etc. So let's have a look what you get in the box. The EcoBooster comes in 2 parts. This is the lance. This will attach to the Karcher K series handle. And you get the EcoBooster nozzle, which fits onto the end of the lance. You also get the instruction manual, which is actually pretty clear and straightforward for once. If we take a look at the EcoBooster lance, you'll see that on one end we've got recesses for attaching the fan attachment and a brass nozzle in the centre, which if you detach the fan attachment, you can use for spot cleaning. This gives you a more concentrated, but again flat, spray fan which you can use to clean stubborn stains. On the other end of the EcoBooster lance, you've got the standard Karcher bayonet fittings, which will connect to the handle of any K series pressure washer. The lance itself is a good solid piece of plastic. It feels and looks robust. It should last a long time. To fit the EcoBooster attachment, just clip it into place, line it up, push it in, and that's it. Removing the attachment is not as straightforward though. The instructions tell you to push in the 2 tabs and pull it out. But if you do, it's really stiff. I thought I'd got a dodgy one until I worked out what you've actually got to do. It doesn't tell you this in the instructions, but this is the best way to do it. So press down the 2 buttons, push it in, hear it click, and then it just slips out. So let's take the EcoBooster outside and test it. You push the lance into the handle and twist just like all Karcher accessories. This is the machine I'm going to be connecting the EcoBooster to. It's Karcher K4. And the first test is going to be this garage roller door. If we zoom in, you can see how filthy it is. It's not been cleaned for a while. There's plenty of dirt and green algae on there, so it should be a good test. I'd normally use the variojet lance on a medium setting for this job. And you can see it does a good job, but it is quite time consuming, especially if you've got a big area to clean. So let's see how the EcoBooster performs in comparison. You can immediately see it's much quicker. And not only is it much quicker, it does an excellent job of cleaning off the dirt and the algae. If I zoom in, you can see clearly the difference between the area that's been cleaned and the area that hasn't. Because the EcoBooster can clean large areas faster, you use less electricity and less water. So it's good for the environment and it saves you money. If you're finding this video useful, by the way, please consider subscribing to my channel. It costs you absolutely nothing, but it does make a big difference to small channels like mine. So that's the garage door done. It looks a lot better now. Let's see what the EcoBooster's like on block paving. It's not one of the recommended uses for this attachment, but I've read a few reviews which say it actually works quite well on block paving. And as you can see, it's cleaning up that paver nicely. It's not particularly quick though, and I don't think I'd like to do a large area like this using the EcoBooster lance. To clean large areas of paving, really you need a surface cleaner like the T5. This will do the job much more quickly, though the EcoBooster lance might be quite good at driving off the standing dirty water. But if you've got a small area to clean, like a flight of steps or a small patio, then the EcoBooster could certainly cope with that. As you can see here, it's quite good at getting the vegetation out from between the pavers, certainly better than the variojet lance. It's not, however, as powerful as the dirtblaster lance. And as you can see from this video, the dirtblaster lance is actually quite quick at getting dirt off hard surfaces like pavers and coping stones. There's another similarity between the EcoBlaster lance and the dirtblaster. When they're used to clean paving, they both spray the dirt everywhere. So fortunately, the EcoBooster is also very useful for quickly rinsing down plastic surfaces like wheelie bins. Another recommended use for the EcoBooster lance is cleaning cars and other vehicles. The fan of water produced is not so powerful that it will damage your paintwork, but you can see here it will remove brake dust from alloy wheels. And it's also very good at quickly removing accumulated dirt and salt from the paintwork. Because of the very defined fan pattern, it actually feels like you've got a lot of control. And you can direct the spray exactly where you want it. In many ways, it's not dissimilar to using a short trigger gun. But the EcoBooster doesn't have the advantage of being able to change nozzles, so that you can change the width of the spray fan. If you're interested in short trigger guns, I'll add a link at the end of the video. The EcoBooster does have two advantages though. Firstly, you don't need an adapter. The EcoBooster has Kärcher fittings, so it can be clipped into your existing handle. And secondly, the extra length of the lance gives you more reach, and because of this you're further away from where the water hits the car and you're more likely to stay dry. When it comes to storing the EcoBooster after use, the first thing you notice is it's too wide to sit in the front of the machine. But there is a solution. If you remove the EcoBooster attachment from the end of the lance will then clip into the lance holder, and then the fan-shaped EcoBooster attachment fits neatly into the front of the lance holder. So is the Karcher EcoBooster a must-have? For washing cars, it's good. And it's certainly worth considering if you don't want to invest in a quick-release short-trigger gun. If you've got a van, a boat or a big car like an SUV, then the extra reach of the EcoBooster would be very useful. Although it can be used to clean paving, I think there's better options out there. Though it'd be interesting to try the EcoBooster on large smooth slabs. I suspect it'd be very good at cleaning those. For cleaning building facades and garage doors, the EcoBooster is excellent. It did a great job much more quickly than the standard variojet lance. If you're interested in the EcoBooster lance, I'll put an Amazon link in the video description below. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, leave a thumbs up. If you've got any questions, leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to Big Ted's Home and Garden. I'll see you soon.